Hello, my name is Roan. Let's get right into it, shall we? How to get more views on your YouTube videos. Now, one tip that I've come across many times is you have to hook your audience within the first 15 seconds. Please don't look away. If you click away, they will kill me. Check. Welcome to the Polymath. Search engine optimization. No combination of 3 words in the English language are as dry or unsexy as these, except for maybe toddlers far or moist smegma touching. But search engine optimization, though unsexy, is still important if you want to drive traffic to your content. Let me explain. So let's pretend you're me. You're an artist who likes to learn stuff, tell stories, make videos, and everything in between. All you really want to do, to quote Yuri Baranovsky, is make hot, dirty basement art that no one ever sees. But at the same time, you hate working in quote-unquote real jobs, so you put your basement art out on YouTube. It's great, you'll be internet famous in about a week and a half, and you'll have plenty of people calling you saying, "Hey, I love your dirty basement art, here's $1 million. But that doesn't happen. Instead, you send it to friends and family, who all say, "Very nice, dear," and you end up with 35 views, 18 of which are you watching it over and over and over again. YouTube doesn't start paying you for ad space until you get to 10,000 views. You've got good stuff, and you've been doing it pretty consistently, so how do you get your YouTube video in front of more eyeballs? Search engine optimization. There is a ton of information out there on this topic. The problem that I have with that information is that it's really boring. Always a person in front of a monochromatic background giving you tips off a prompter. If you're lucky, they'll have some titles to distract you, but no real jokes. Unless you count.
Hey mom, I just published a new video on YouTube. Can you watch it for me? Thanks mom, you're the best.
I know. What kind of idiot's gonna go looking for humor in an SEO video? But by sifting through that monotony, you can actually learn some really helpful tips. Like the ones I'll tell you right now. Make it wordy, go fishing, grab people, hold people, make good stuff. There. Bye. You're right. Let me expound. Make your content searchable. Now, YouTube is a search engine. In fact, it's the second largest search engine on the internet, right behind, of course, Bing. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube. Literally hundreds. So Google, which runs YouTube, relies on algorithms and different types of data to determine which videos keep you watching the longest. Now, Google can't understand the content of the images of this video. It can listen to a few key words and phrases like singularity or initiate program, kill them all, but it can't tell you whether or not people are interested in the content or if it's any funny or good. So Google has to rely on things that it can measure. Things like views, percentage of minutes watched, likes, shares, virgin sacrifices, comments, and of course, text around your video to determine how to rank it. One thing, ranking is just where your video sits in a given search result. The higher the rank, the more views you're gonna get. Obvious. So in order to get Google to understand what your video is about, you have to actually tell it using your title, description, tags, and interestingly enough, your transcript. YouTube has its own built-in voice recognition software with which it makes its own transcript for the closed caption feature. It does pretty well, but it's definitely not perfect. So giving Google your actual script is a great way to make sure Google knows exactly what your video is about. You also should make sure that your title and description are accurate. No clickbaiting, unless, of course, you just can't help it! I'm a terrible person. Side note, clickbaiting is bad, but feel free to try and convince people to watch your video using intriguing titles and thumbnails. But don't lie to the viewer about the content of the video. Tip number 2, go where people are fishing. So Google uses keywords to find out what your video is about, but it also uses keywords to find out what people are searching so it can connect the two. As a creator, you can look at what people are searching a lot using the Google Keyword Planner or the YouTube search bar, and then craft a video around that subject. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to do this, and it's all about the length of your search term. Tons of people will be searching videos for clowns, but fewer people are going to search for... Oh, hang on. I'm being told that that is a creepy example. Tons of people will be searching for basketball tutorials, and if your video is called basketball tutorial, you have a lot of competition. But if you narrow it down and make it more specific, like basketball tutorial underwater with a clown, like 6 people are searching that. That's 6 people who want to see your video. That's 6 views. Number 3, grab them and keep their attention. Like I said earlier, there are over 75 videos on YouTube. You have to compete for viewership and you have to grab the audience's attention. The longer they watch, the higher your video will be ranked. So if you use tricks like grabbing their attention in the first 15 seconds, giving them a preview of what's to come, adding music, fancy schmancy, moving titles. All of this is to keep your little squirrel brains from drifting down to the related videos or up to the back button. Keep your eyes on me for tip number 4, which is what I've been trying to do this entire video, is make good content. If your video is shit, nobody's gonna wanna watch it. End of story. The magic of the medium of video is it is inherently entertaining. There are things you can do with video that you can't do with any other medium. This is precisely why I got so frustrated and bored watching those tutorials. They're very informative, sure, but not very interesting. And that's a shame because search engine optimization, though boring, is still important. And it doesn't have to be dry. So go. Make good content and divert some traffic. Thank you so much for watching. If you thought it was interesting and informative, you give it a thumbs up or leave a comment. The more likes and comments a video has, the higher it will rank. If you want to see more of my videos, you could subscribe. There's a button right over here. Ignore all the traffic sounds. I'm right outside the library. If you really liked this video and you want to support the channel, you can check out my Patreon page. There is a link near the top of the description. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next week.